In the time when the world was young, there were seasons when the land cracked and the air shimmered with heat. The riverbeds were nothing but dust, and the tribe's voices grew hoarse from thirst. The elders prayed to the sky, their parched lips moving in silent supplication. The hunters searched for springs, their eyes scanning the barren landscape for any sign of life-giving water. But nothing came. Then, as if born from the very earth itself, Sahra appeared. No one knew her age. Her hair was white as bone, her skin lined like dry riverbanks. She walked into the camp with the grace of a desert wind, carrying a gourd of water. Cool, clean, alive. The tribe gathered around her, eyes wide with wonder and hope. When asked where she had found this precious liquid, she only smiled, her eyes twinkling like distant stars. "Follow," she said, her voice a whisper that carried on the breeze. Led them not toward the mountains or the marshes, but into a canyon the tribe had always avoided, a place they believed was cursed. The ground was jagged, the air thick with ancient secrets. But Sahra walked as if she knew every stone, every shadow. Her feet seemed to barely touch the earth, leaving no trace of her passing. At the canyon's heart, she stopped before a towering cliff face. The tribe watched in hushed anticipation as Sahra pressed her palm to the rock, her lips moving in a silent incantation. Words no one understood flowed from her mouth, ancient and powerful. Then, with a strength that belied her frail appearance, she struck the stone with a heavy branch. The earth groaned, a deep rumble that shook the very foundations of the world. A crack appeared in the cliff face, small at first, then widening like the mouth of a parched giant. And from it, water spilled. Slow at first, a trickle of hope in the desert, then it rushed forth, foaming and laughing as it tumbled into a new pool, a mirror of the sky above. The tribe stood in awe for a moment, then as one, they surged forward. They drank until they could drink no more, the cool water bringing life back to their bodies. They bathed in the pool, washing away the dust of their long suffering. They filled skins to overflowing, preparing for the journey home. And they cried, tears of joy mingling with the sacred water. Sahra watched them with the patient smile of a mother, her eyes filled with ancient wisdom. When the initial frenzy had passed, she began to teach. She showed them how to dig small channels from the pool to nearby ground, guiding the water to spread its blessing across the land. Gnarled hands pointed out plants that grew strong beside flowing water, plants that could heal and nourish. She taught them to follow birds when searching for new springs, to listen to the whispers of the wind for hints of hidden oases. As the days passed, the canyon transformed. Green shoots pushed through the once barren soil. Birds returned, their songs filling the air with joyous melodies. The tribe's camp grew, families settling near the life-giving pool. When the season changed, bringing the first cool breezes of autumn, Sahra vanished as quietly as she had come. The tribe awoke one morning to find her gone, with only a faint impression in the sand where she had slept. But the water did not leave with her, it continued to flow, a constant reminder of the miracle they had witnessed. The canyon pool became sacred, a place of pilgrimage and reverence. And each year, when the first rains came, the people laid flowers at its edge. They whispered prayers of gratitude, their voices blending with the gentle murmur of the water. May the river mother drink first, for she has given us life anew. As the seasons turned, the story of Sahra and the sacred pool was passed down through generations. Children were taught to respect the water, to use it wisely and with gratitude. The tribe flourished, their once parched land now a haven of green and plenty. And on quiet nights, when the moon hung low over the canyon, some swore they could see a figure standing by the pool, an old woman with hair white as bone and skin lined like dry riverbanks. She would smile, they said, and whisper words of ancient power before fading into the mists of dawn. For Sahra had given them more than water. She had given them seasons again, hope renewed, a sacred trust to guard the precious gift of life that flowed from the heart of the earth.